All right, am I the a-hole? 2, because his wife has a dream and he wants to crush it now.
Hey, Bert Show. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife to close her business? Hear me out. A little over 4 years ago, we had our second baby. We had planned for my wife to go back to work after 3 months because we really cannot afford all of our bills on just one income. With dual incomes, we can easily afford it. Instead of going back to her well-paying job that she loved, she decided to become a photographer. She does take great photos and said she had it all planned out where she would be able to stay home to save on daycare and make a lot of money. So I gave her my full support. I even helped her invest in a professional camera and lenses to get her started. And I have been her biggest cheerleader. It seemed to start out well. She got busy quickly. For the past few years, she's been doing photo shoots 3 to 4 evenings per week and most Saturdays. So I watch the kids after school and do the dinner, bath, and bedtime routines while she's on shoots. I love all the quality time I get with our kids. But it's been hard because I feel like we never have any time together as a family, and I rarely see her. When she is home, she's always working. Our son recently asked why mommy spends her time with other families and not us. I have supported her through all of this because she says that photography is her passion, but to be honest, we can't afford for her to be a photographer anymore. She's lucky if she makes $10,000 per year before her expenses and taxes, which is less than the minimum wage, and obviously way less than she made in her old job where she worked fewer hours. She charges a fraction of what other photographers charge, even though her clients can't afford to pay more. It's become clear that she is more interested in being popular with all the local moms and getting likes on social media than she is in staying home with the kids or contributing to our finances. She even gets defensive when other photographers tell her that she's undercharging. We've been claiming her small amount of income on our taxes, and I am paying her business taxes with the return our family should be getting from my job. Every year, her expenses that come out of our family joint checking account get higher and higher because she has to keep up with the trends. She's already spent so much this year. I don't even think it's possible for her to break even. She's working all the time and still making negative money. I'm even paying for our youngest to go to daycare now so that she can work. I'm struggling to make ends meet. We've eaten through our emergency and retirement savings and credit cards trying to keep us afloat. I'm tired of having to deprive our kids of things like vacations, sports teams, play dates, and even college savings. I feel like a single dad who's paying for his wife to pretend to be a successful business owner. I'm tired of taking money and quality time away from our family so that other families can have hundreds of fancy photos. Am I an a-hole for telling my wife that she either needs to start making an actual salary or close her business and go back to a job that actually makes money?
Oh, wow. You better be real careful about how you frame this. If you're the husband here. Mo, what do you have?
I don't think he's the a-hole in this one. I really don't. I understand. I feel like 4 years is a long time for him to say, okay, I got you. I'm going to support you through this. Let's figure it out. So I do think he gave her a lot of time. And I think the reality of the situation is sometimes when we have dreams, a lot of people who are trying to make those dreams happen, sometimes you got to have a day job. You got to have something to really keep the lights on in the meantime. And then you kind of do your hobby until it can become your business. So it feels like that's what she maybe needs to do in order to make this work in their relationship. And I don't know how he's going to tell her that, but I don't think he's wrong for this.
I think that the numbers speak for themselves. So here's what I highlighted here. She charges a fraction of what other photographers charge, okay, even though her clients can afford to pay more. It became clear that she's more interested in being popular. Okay, that's just his opinion on things. And local moms and getting likes on social media. Here's the bottom line is I don't think she needs to give it up, but I do. It's very possible that she could be a really great photographer and be very talented and just not have a great business sense. It is really tough to do both.
Yeah.
I know very few people that can do it. I think it takes two different sides of your brain, right? So I think making adjustments on the financial side shouldn't need to give anything up, but I think he needs to present the financial stress that the family is under and say, look, it's time to make some adjustments here because your $10,000 could be $30,000 and that would change everything. You don't have to give it up though.
Cassie, as a photographer, what's your input?
So it sounds like I'm reading into this maybe too much, but when I first started photography and freelance, I had I didn't feel like I was a real photographer, especially because I was self-taught. And I would look at the pictures of my friends and the photos of my friends who were light years ahead of me. And I would be like, they're professional photographers. I am not. So I can't charge those rates, because what if somebody doesn't like my work? I would feel guilty. I don't want to deal with it. So I would consistently underprice myself all the time. And the fact that she is also obsessed with getting these likes, it to me comes off that she is super insecure about her work and she doesn't think she's good enough and she's looking for the validation online. And that's why she's also undercharging. So I think that Bert's right. Like, got to sit down, lay out the finances and be like, your choices are, you can start charging more because your work is excellent. You're worth it. Like, support her there. Or yeah, it's time to give up the dream.
I do think that there's some adjustments that they can make, because when you tell somebody your dream is over, man, that can be really, really devastating. I don't think they're at that point, though.
No, I don't think it has to be over. They just got to figure out a new way.
Hey, do you like what you just watched? Because you can get more Bert Show for free. We drop new podcasts every weekday, and you can find us anywhere. Spotify, Apple, any place you get podcasts.